Yes, we are on.
Hi guys, what's good?
Hi. I know you guys missed us. We're back.
We're back. It's a full moon tonight. What is
Right on
that,
time.
King?
Right on time. Mm.
So, Raina, let's tell the kids what the show is going to be. What's the topic of the show for tonight?
Well, we're going to talk about spell work and the time that it takes for it to manifest, to get results.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had a lot of
Mm-hmm.
y'all in my inbox trying over here, ask about spell work and all of this. And clients are very notorious for wanting things very fast, wanting things the next day. Okay, so we're here
Mm-hmm.
basically to break all the myths, and we're going to really break down and discuss the time frame that it takes for spell work to manifest, the waiting time, and when you don't see results, should you go in. So we're gonna kind of break everything down. Okay, so well, I guess what do you think so far of the situation?
I think that's a really valid point to go off of and share with our listeners, especially, yes, if you guys are coming to us for spell work, because here's the thing, we're very picky about who we do work
Yeah,
for.
you guys.
We want people that
are serious.
They have their objectives clear, and they're willing to be disciplined. They're willing to wait, and they don't want
absolutely
the foolishness. We don't have time for.
We don't have time for. Time for it. Yeah. So, So I wanted to.
I also wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say now, but go ahead.
Okay, so so I want to talk about, the spell work or whatever. When you go in, when you perform the ritual, you have to have confidence. That's the number one thing. As far as like doing the spell work, you have to go in with confidence. You have to know that the spell is going to work. You have to be knowledgeable in what you're doing as far as like ingredients, as far as like, the candles you're going to use, and just your attitude, your energy when you're going to create this alternate dimension in your mind, and you're going to push that out and manifest that into this reality. So when you go into this spell work, you have to be confident. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to see the result already manifested, already in the present. Okay? So, bam, you did your spell work. For, let's say, money. You want to do a money spell for maybe a $200, okay? And this is for you personally. I would say a good time frame for me for $200, okay? This is you not having a job, you not working, okay? I would give it, and you also have things around you that are manifesting, that are opening. What I mean by that is you're not sitting your ass at home not doing nothing, okay? You have avenues where the spirits can work. Are you applying for things? Do you have little side hustles going on? You have to open up different situations for the spirits to work through, for things to manifest. Now, with all of that in mind, okay, a good time frame for $200, let's say, would be maybe like for me, okay? And maybe we'll break it down as far as like for each one. So I'll give mine and then you give yours. And then we go through all the different categories of spell work and the time that, because it does vary to me depending on the type of spell that you're doing. So if we break down like the money, love, curses, evocations, all the different type of spell work that either we would do personally in our lives or that we would have clients coming to us requesting. So we're gonna basically break down all those kind of suggested time frame for you guys. You know what? So you know what time it is, because see, like Raina said, we ain't got time for y'all over here. You know what I'm saying? Russian and all of this bullshit. So yeah, we gonna break it down for y'all. Now, for the money, for the 200, for me personally, if I was doing it for me, okay, for me, I would give her like 2 months. I would give her 2 months, $200. If I'm not working and I got avenues open, like the side hustle, some side hustles that's bringing like $50, $60 at a time. I don't know. I would give it 2 months before I'm like, okay, I think I have to go in again and do another spell. Now that's for me personally. Now for client work, for 200, if you are in that same situation that you ain't got nothing, because see, when you come to us, you're gonna have to kind of give us your life story and kind of, you know, what your situation is. If you ain't got a job, are you looking this and this and that, and we can evaluate. Okay. So for client work for 200, in the same situation, I would give it around 2 months as well. I would for that, but for yeah. So what about you, Raina? What would you give a client who's coming at you with no job? You know, they got some side hustles that's probably gonna manifest or whatever pretty soon. You know, and then for you too, for yourself.
Okay, well, let's get into the whole oxymoron, like the irony of you coming to me, but you ain't got no money, or you coming to us, you ain't got no money, and you're trying to pay for someone to get money.
Well, let's say
first of all, okay, wait. All right, let's do it from my personal perspective. Me going in for money, and I do want to give a little back tease about doing money spell, and this is just perspective. You know, magic is a science. Okay, it's all about experimentation, hypotheses, testing, and recording and documenting your results, and doing what works, and noticing the increase of experience and the quickening of results. So, for myself, let's do a numerical value, like you said, $200. And did you say I don't have an open avenue?
Well, let's say
money?
You have.
Is that the circumstance that I'm in? Like I don't have anything?
Like it's open, like you have certain things that are about to manifest.
Raina.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Do I have you on mute? Hold on.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, you done muted yourself and everything.
No, your phone was muted. I muted you by mistake.
Okay. So I guess my question was, what avenue? So looking at a numerical value, 200 for myself, and the circumstance is I don't have any means or any road to bring money to myself. Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay. First of all, and see, I'm gonna be the merciful girl tonight and tell you girls, like, when you're in situations like that, you first need to try to clear away some blockages and do a road opening spell, okay? Like some road opening work, because you do need to have some sort of route, like Raina was saying, that the spirits can avenue to you different circumstances. And the funny thing about magic and the funny thing about circumstances is you can go in for $200 and it manifests itself in different ways. So let's say the spirits are watching over you and you say you need $200 and you know that $200 within yourself, you know that $200 is going to go towards food. You may get a voucher for $200 or get some food stamps or come across some sort of situation that values up to that amount to give you that sort of scenario and or circumstance. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
It does vary. You might not always get the smack 200 Benjamins in your hand. It may manifest in another form. So for myself, I would say about 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, like I need, because see, when you're going in for money and you're like, I need $200, 9 out of 10, you need that $200 for something immediate.
Yes.
You know, you need to pay a bill, you have to do this, you have to cash in for this. So it's like, there's a direness that goes behind, at least in my perspective, when doing money work, where it's just like, bitch, I need her, kind of like right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say for myself personally. For a client situation, I don't need nobody coming to us asking for the dollar amount. You need to
right.
Us as workers, we're here to better your circumstance, better your situation, and possibly better your life. So you need to come instead of being like, oh, I need $200. I need a stuff for $200. You need to come being like, I'm in this situation. I want to better myself. I need a financial avenue so I can elevate, move out of this poverty, move on my own, have this. I'm putting out job applications. I'm going to workshops. I'm doing this. I need something to land in my lap, or not land in my lap, but I need a road opening situation that will align me to where I can be in a position to financially support myself. That's the type of spell work that needs to be done for a client, and that's the only money type of work that I'd be willing to do for a client. Okay, because this ain't no handout situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. It ain't no handout. It absolutely is not.
So that's just my perspective about the whole.
I like what you said. I definitely like what you said, and I worded it wrong in the beginning when I gave the example of what for the client. So I did like how you broke it down, because that is what I wanted it to be, like how you said it. So I did say it wrong, kind of. I took the beginning situation and I put it to. So I know. So yeah. So for that, now another situation that a client, or for myself, let's say if I'm looking for a job like a 9-to-5 and I don't have one, so I'm looking for a 9-to-5. Okay, and let's say I do have. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about myself first. Okay, so I don't have a job. I'm looking for a 9-to-5, and I'm applying for places, but I haven't had, let's say, nobody right now. It's been like 4 months. I've been applying. I'm not seeing it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this fucking spell. I've had enough. To look for I would give myself, before I'm like, okay, I have to do another spell. I would give myself like maybe a month and a half. I would give myself, if I'm applying every day. If I'm looking for a job 9-to-5 and I'm applying to different things.
And you do spell work, girl, you know I'm a side eye you because I know your personal T, bitch, and I know when you do spell work for a job, the shit comes like the next day.
But if I was to give my real story of, remember I had that blockage because of Belial, that demonic evocation that I did, that put that blockage on me. But I had to break that motherfucking wall. You know what I'm saying? For years. That was after the fact. Yeah, but I had to fight to, and then when I did that one spell, that shit, it was a breakthrough. I busted through that motherfucker. I busted a hole through that motherfucker. And yeah, so I definitely, I get what you're saying. So I guess I am being, a little, extending or whatever as far as like the time frame. But yeah, now if me elevated now, how I've leveled up, yeah. But as far as like I'm seeing myself kind of like a little bit down, I would give myself like a month, before I'm like, I think I have to go in again. Now for client work, so a client, let's say they do have the money to pay, they saved up, like, and for that, I would give a price of like maybe, should I give a hypothetical price? What I would think?
No, don't give them. Don't give them right now. We'll come back with that.
So we give you a price and you agree, right? You don't have a job. I would give and you say you're applying, you're doing all of the right things, you're going to the different job things, you're doing everything, you're doing all of it. I would give 2 months. 2 months. I would have to give yeah. What about you, Raina?
I would have to get at 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks because, here's the thing about us and just my perspective. When I'm paid for spell work, like, that's my reputation also on the line. So, and it's not to say that I'm going to say to any client, oh, you're going to get a job in 2 weeks. This is just what I will be, really pushing for in my own personal application, applying this. And I want this to see the reality in your situation. So I don't ever really come, like if a client were to say, oh, well, you're doing this spell work for me, how long should I expect? I would probably tell them a month. But I need to make sure that, I need you to be doing the right things. I need you to be, applying, going to these jobs, things like that. But I know within myself, just in my when the push comes to shove and like it's time to get the work done, that shit's gonna manifest. Like the spirits are gonna move. You know, we have our clout with the spirit realm, so there's no reason for them to even shade us and be like, "Oh, well, girl, we're gonna take our time with this." No, like, you pay the coin, you're doing what you're supposed to do. The road is gonna be open. So in 2 weeks, you should. First of all, in the 2 week span, you're going to be getting people that's like, okay, come to the interview. Come. Yes, we want you. It's up to you to decide if this job is the right fit for you, because it doesn't always mean every situation that pops up is going to be immediately what you need and what you are in line with. We are road openers to grant you different opportunities. So you may get Burger King calling you. You may get, working at the dollar store calling you. That may not be a fit for you. But that's not to also say that the spell is not working, just because it's not a job that you want. Now, if you wanted to come and be more personal and say something like, and then I feel like after this, we should jump over to like the other, like love. And
of course, like that was the next thing.
Let's say you come and you really want to get this administrative assistant job at a school. Okay, you're like, that's where I want to be. The benefits are good. I like, working with kids, whatever your reasoning is, and that's the ideal job that you want. You come to us with the petition, or you come to us with a request saying that is ideally what you want. We can make that sort of manifest faster and more directly, because it's like to say, okay, how many schools are in your neighborhood that's in driving distance location to you? Or what specific school do you want to work at? Oh, I want to work at such and such elementary. Or I want to work at this school over here, this middle school. Okay, picture of the middle school, your name on the desk, like administrative assistant, counselor, whatever it is, whatever title that you're going for. These sort of things, it battery charges the spell to make it more concrete and land you the ideal position of what it is that you want. So that's how that happens. On the other side, if you're just coming up saying like, look, I've been out here trying to get anything I can get to get some money in my pocket, I need a job, then doors are going to open, and then they might not always possibly be what you ideally want. So there is a difference between coming to a spell worker and knowing exactly what it is you want, and coming and just, arms open, like, I'll take whatever I can get. So that's just something I want to put out there as well. But for me, honey, if you put that money in my hand, girl, I'm going to town, okay? Like, and it's not cheap, okay? It's not cheap, the work that we do, because, when we do it, you're getting a tag team.
Yeah, you're getting a 2-for-1. You are getting a 2-for-1.
You're getting a tag team dual effort over here. So
you're getting a 2-for-1. All the work that comes through Reign of Teas is the both of us are gonna be doing it together. Yes. So yeah, and I just want to say,
and the front end, okay.
Yeah, and I just want to say, because we are transparent, because we're not no fake bitches. At least, well, I can speak for Raina, bitch. I can speak for her, and I can speak for myself, bitch. We ain't no fake bitches, okay. But I want to speak for me on this part. On this part, I want to speak for me. I will tell you guys that I do have my strong suits, and I do have the things that I'm still developing, okay? And we both have our strong suits and things like that. So my strong suits right now in developing myself is more leaning towards money magic, manifesting, and curses. I'm not as strong in the love magic department, and we are going into the love magic department next. So if my numbers or the time frame that I do tell you guys is a little bit larger, that is because I am currently working on developing myself as far as in the love department, as far as casting spells. Okay, so the next, of course, is the love magic. So speaking for myself, I am currently learning about love and studying up on it, because I do want to get better at it. So I can. It's like I haven't even cast like well, yes, we did have years ago.
Wait a minute,
yes, we have. But I'm speaking for myself now. Wait a minute. But that was a lot. Wait. But that spell that we did was a long time ago, girl. That was a long time ago. And this one, that I would do on myself now. I haven't done it yet. So it's like I can't speak on that, but that spell that we did in the past that was successful, mind you. And we need to do a show just on that one motherfucking spell, you guys. We need to do a show just on that spell. But that was
a story time.
Yeah, that's a story time story. But that one, yes. But as far as for me now, you know, all these years later, I have to work on my confidence, you know, and on it, and actually like study up on it and build myself to want it. As far as like me to have a partner, you know, in my life, and you know, so speaking on it, girl, I don't even know if I can. Can I? You know, but I guess you can give yours. You can give yours.
Okay.
I mean,
my ass be up and dabbling in that love magic and shit. But
yeah.
I mean, okay.
Miss Raina, she walks with Oshun. Okay, so she's over here. You know, she's always pulling the boys, honey. Miss Raina, that one right there.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Listen. And here's the funny thing. We all have our affinity. We all have our Orishas and different angelic guides and mediumships that walk with us on this plane. And you know what? I've always kind of been the kind of flirty, always hopeless, romantic type. So, and I'm saying that you're not, because your ass is too.
Yeah,
but it's more like.
But you're more sun about it. You're more sun. I'm more, I think.
I'm more open about it. More like exploratory. And
I'm more like moon with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, okay. Personally, when I have done love magic, because there's obviously two types of love. There's not two types of love magic, but there's obviously love magic that you're doing to play the field, and then there's love magic that you're doing to hold a card and I'll explain that in a bit. So when you're playing the field, personally, when I've done love spells, you know, and I'm like, okay, bring someone like right away. I just need to be entertained or something. Anyway, it takes no time. Usually in a couple of days, okay, like 2 to 3 days. And here's the funny thing, like I said about magic. If you go in with just shooting a blind aim or shooting a trajectory blindfolded, you never know what you're going to hit. So sometimes you'll do it and it'll bring back an ex. It'll bring back a person that you maybe had a little flame with, but it didn't go anywhere. You might meet someone new. You might meet someone that might text you. I've had like situations where people, you know, motherfuckers I haven't talked to in like years, they hit me up, oh, like I was thinking about you. And I'm like, what? Like, how do you even still have a number? Kind of thing. So that's when you go in playing the field very widely. But you are enchanting yourself to be more magnetic, to attract more to you. And you do have to have avenues open. You do need to have some sort of online form open for yourself, maybe on the dating website. Maybe you need to be, you know, out and about at the mall, you know, going to different venues and events to meet that someone. On a holding a card note. So that means, okay, like, not really more so dating, or I'm willing to explore, or I just want to flirt and have a good time. I want something serious. I want to settle down, or I have a partner in my life or someone in my life, and I want this to be a full-blown commitment. As I said before about the personal one, or the playing the field, a week. You should see results in a week. On that sort of note, on that sort of front, when you're trying to I don't want to say manipulate someone's will, but kind of usher and nudge their will, possibly 2 to 3 months, I'm gonna say, on a personal note. And it's not something that's just it's a one quick spell fix and it's just happily ever after. It's possibly gonna take work, continuous work, to keep the playing field between you guys very the romanticism, the flame, the passion, all those things. Like that's gonna need to be re-upped. Sorry about that. That's gonna need to be re-upped constantly. I would say maybe once or twice a month when you're dealing with a single person and you're trying to move in that direction with them. For a client, and I've had clients come to me and I've done love work for clients.
Yes. Okay.
On both fronts, okay, like playing the field and trying to settle down personally with someone. Playing the field, they usually see things immediately in the first week. Like, you know, oh girl, like the guy at my job just all of a sudden he wants to like start hanging out after work, or this guy over here hit me up and child, this guy, you know, my old baby daddy, honey, he's trying to talk back to me kind of situation. Okay, so it does happen usually fast. On a personal situation where a person comes and they're like, I want to be married to this person, I want to settle down, this and this and that. Reconciliation spells, I don't want to tie that in here right now because it's just a lot of factors weigh on that personal situation, because it's like, how did you break up? What happened? This and that. So we're just talking about like everything's good and you guys are trying to go forward into the next phase of merging your life together. Usually within 3 to 6 months, okay? 3 to 6 months is a good time frame that I can say, because you do want to take your time. You don't want this, but you know, you unless you've been seeing this person for a while and you are ready to tie the knot down, have this knot tied down between you guys. Yes. And even still, it should be a good time frame so you can, because when this spell hits, things are going to start unearthing that weren't naturally there. You know, magic is natural, but it's also supernatural. So it brings out desires and hidden figures and things about a person that maybe they weren't showing, or maybe they were a bit more reserved about showing when you guys were just kind of chucking it along. So yeah, you do want to watch, honey. You do want to be watchful of a person for like 3 to 6 months. Okay, like I really do. Yes, it's going good, and I want to like make this final. And that's just like my personal say on the whole love incident. And just to get back to you, Miss Raina, honey, because you're not off the hook, sweetheart. You have your accolades from that first incident from the past. And don't worry, guys, we're going to do a story time on that episode. But I've also seen you very much work the crowd, honey, and you very much know how to even charm and magnetize yourself.
You know what? Oh my God. I can't believe that you're saying that, because today I actually was going to put a post on Facebook that said like, I'm not a people person, but I am a people. Because see, I was at that show today. But I didn't post it. I was like, man, fuck y'all. But I said, I'm a people person. Wait, I'm not a people person, but I am a people person. You know, like, because I can be a charming, and I use that word. I can be and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I could be a charming motherfucker. That's what I said. Some shit like that. When like I have that in me, like naturally, like my natural habitat is to myself is like. It is like, yeah, it is. Yeah, I had a call. Sorry, I had to look. It is to myself. It is being, in solitude. But if I'm put in a situation where I have to be, promoting myself, promoting something, I'm going to give. I'm going to, today, when I was at, I had to be in front of a lot of people, and I said hi to everybody who walked by. I was like, hi, how are you doing? Oh, where are you from? Starting conversations, and people getting into me, complimenting me on my looks, on my hair. It was a lot of interaction. I was like, wow,
honey,
yes. I was working it, so I'm like, look at that, I'm saying, like, I have that, and in a couple of months, I'm going to, get in front of a group of people once again, girl, just like last year, they had me doing this again this year, that I'm actually going to speak in, in front of a group of people. So
look at that.
So I do have that. So yeah, yeah. And I just want to tell you guys, like, you guys are covered on all fronts. Like, you guys got, bitch, the love, curses, money, job work, all of it covered. On both fronts.
It's no joke over here.
It's on both fronts.
It's no joke, girl.
Okay. It's like a picture of two people with their backs facing each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? You covered on all, like, bitch, what's tea? We covered on everything, bitch, with two swords in each hand. Like, what? We got you covered on it all.
We need to do a promotional photo like that.
Yes. That's what you're getting with us. Okay. How about that? That's what you're getting with us. That is what you're getting.
Okay, so now let's move into curses.
The curses. Delicious. Yummy.
I think
the best one.
Was gonna light up over
here. Okay. Now for the morsel. Yeah, this is okay. So for curses, for me, okay, if I'm enraged and I'm in my full slayage mode, I would give it 2 weeks to a month. For but see, yeah, I'm remembering this now. But see, it is with curses, it is a little bit murkier to me at the same time, because it depends how bad it is. Okay, for something to happen, like let's say them to fall, or them to get sick, like a cold, or let's say post something on the internet saying something happened to them, something like that, I would give it like 2 weeks to a month, the most 2 months, and you're stretching it at that point for you to get some kind of confirmation that you did something to somebody. But it was like, yeah, and it was just like a momentary thing that was not harmful to their existence as a human. I would give it like that. Now, if you're talking about like possibly them losing their life, or a relative's life, or something like that, where they commit suicide, or somebody dies, or they get into a very bad car accident, or these type of things.
You're not shy of that, honey.
Oh yeah, I never said I was, but but I would give that for somebody to get slayed like that. For myself, I would give it like 6 months. 6 months for something like that to happen. Serious. 6 months, and at the most. This is at the most, so a year for something like that to happen. Okay. Now for client work, I prefer that you guys come to us with shit that's like for real. We're not here to play games. So what I would do as far as like to fuck somebody up, them to have something, like break their arm, not even break their arm, to like, let's say be sick, or post, like, oh, I cut my head or whatever, they posted on Instagram, they cut their forehead, all of that, like that little shit. No, you need to come at us with some shit like, this person, fucked me up. They stole money from me. You need to have like a real hatred.
We need the conviction.
Yeah, we need the conviction. Yeah, you have to convince we're not doing no petty. Yeah, over here. Yes, we're not doing no petty type of spell work when it comes to curses. Like, oh, that's what we'll do for our personal. That's for us. But for y'all, you need to come through with with that hammer, okay? And it needs to be cases that you need to convince us. So yes, you need to give us the whole motherfucking story. And yes, it is the most expensive, and yes, we will charge a heavy penny for it. So just come correct. How about that? Come correct.
Okay.
And sell us. And I would give that also, like, at the most 6 months, to possibly extend it almost a year. And it's for a slayage, okay? So this isn't like, this is for real, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, 6 months to a year. So how about you, Raina?
Yeah, I do want to elaborate a little bit on the sort of curse work, because it's like, it's so much that you can do, and there's so many avenues you can take with the curse. You can do a petty little psychological curse, like you're saying, a person's giving you grief at your job, and you want them to either leave, or you want them to be scared of you or not bother you. You could do something like that, and that usually works the quickest. Within a week to 2 weeks, that person's kind of experiencing like some sort of like they can feel that negative energy from you, or that displaced energy coming from you, that you don't like them and or fuck with them. I would say that's like a 2-week span. And then you have like Raina was saying, like the higher ceremonial type curses. And let me just say this, honey, to back up what we were saying about this over here, like, because I've had some people actually come in our inbox and they want what is it? Entrankle spirit work, okay? And I said this in other videos, okay? Entrankle spirit work is not a love spell, okay? You can't come just because your ex or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or this and that, they made you upset, or they, this and this and that, and you want to do entrankle spell work because you wanna make them suffer, but you wanna still be with them. Because that's not the type of spirit that you want on someone that you are sharing your energy and your life with. I am promising you that, and I've told many people, like, flat out, no, I'm not, or just, I ain't even interested in responding to that shit, because I feel like people, they want that immediate gratification, but they don't understand the repercussions that come with that shit. So, when we're talking about the higher level spirit work, like, I have to go to the dark entities for that ass, yeah, it's probably going to be 3 to 6 months as well for my own personal vendetta. Maybe shorter than that, but, and I know for a fact I'm going to see results. I know you're going to post on Instagram or whatever, the car wreck. I know you're going to post on Facebook talking about how your life is going to shit. Somebody's going to come tell me, oh, girl, this person, you said you don't fuck with them, their life is just, it's some way that it's going to get back to us that what we did is working on your ass. So for the major, I would say 6 months as well. For client work, again, when it comes to spells and hexes, and you come in us like, oh, you like, we have ethics and morals with our working, especially when it comes to that. We're not out here to get caught up in anybody's petty crossfire battle. This person needs to have either abused you, stole from you, stabbed you in the back in some sort of way that left you without means or measures to support yourself or have yourself, or they all around it. It's just a thorn in your side as you're trying to elevate and move forward. Okay, those are the conditions, at least for myself, those are the conditions that is going to yield the best result for me going in on your behalf for a hex, because I have to share in your conviction. If you're just asking, oh, well, I don't like her and get her out of here or do this to her, like, I don't know her. I don't know her. So what energy am I going to build upon to go in on her with? And trust, you cannot, also, what I want to say this as well, you cannot come to us with the bullshit and lying about the situation, because we do reading. Okay, we do. And the spirits will tell us if you're playing games.
You have 2 tarot card readers here. Not only are we witches, but we're also tarot card readers, okay?
Yes. Okay, and clairvoyant beings.
Empaths.
Okay. So the spirits will tell us. Trust. They will tell us when it's bullshit.
They reveal to us everything.
Tell us at the first message. They usually just like, girl, don't do that.
The spirits do come, okay? You got 2 bitches over here, so come correct.
But that's my personal say about doing that type of work. It's murky. It's like Brenda said, it's very murky, girl.
And you have to be ready to get in that murk as the client, because your hands gonna get dirty too now.
Yes. Don't think all parties are gonna be cleansed from this. You're gonna have to live with the responsibility and carry the responsibility.
Oh yeah, and we might have to make a show about that. Don't come with the fuck shit. Yeah, once they get slayed,
to this person?
You have to, yeah, once they get slayed and they're no longer, or they get fucked up, or they get into some fucking car wreck and, you know, lose a fucking arm, you don't come to us talking about, oh, what did I do? I can't believe this. None of that shit. Fuck that. I will block your number and delete you.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. And with that, girl, if anything else that you want to tell these girls?
No, I think we can, well, yeah, just, you know, this the curses and hexes, when we're talking about those type of things, like, it is serious, okay? It's real serious, and it's real dark, and it's not anything that you can kind of, slap somebody with and just, well, I was just mad at the moment, so I did it, and I'm, like, really sorry. No, there's no sorry after a curse has been cast, okay? Like, you're altering someone's fate. We're fate weavers over here, okay? We come and we fuck up their whole loom. You know how in like those Greek shows and shit, the people be looming and stuff, and they be doing all type of stories. We come in the building and we snatch the whole room with what we do, and their whole loom is fucked up, okay? Check out our Enchanted Spirit work video. He's not the only one, okay? There have been others, and they are not the same. Who knows what their life would have been had they not come across us? And I'm not saying this to say, we're like the baddest in town and all this. No, but when the hammer needs to be laid down, it's gonna be laid down, and I don't feel bad. Like, I don't like. For me to go in, for us to go in and slay you on a personal note, you've gotten there to that point. You've definitely reached that point. So, also check out our video on, what is the video called? Sometimes you gotta hex you a bitch, okay? That's what the video is actually called. Sometimes you gotta hex you a bitch, but sometimes you have to. You absolutely have to. But your convictions and your morals and your discipline is going to have to be in the right place, because that person is going to be changed. That person, and we don't know how. We don't know what the spirits are going to do, how the spirit, that person could lose their life. And you have to be ready because that's something you're going to take to your grave. That you had a hand, you played a part, and this motherfucker getting fucked up and possibly losing their life. Okay? So that's all we got to say on that front. Yeah. Don't come to us in our inbox with that foolishness shit about, I just want to, because I love him, but I want to do Enchanted Spirit work. No, you don't love him if you're doing Enchanted Spirit work on him. I'm telling you. If you want the real deal.
Yeah. We don't want your toxic energy on us. So please don't contact us with that fuck shit. We don't want that toxicity of your sick relationship that you have with this person. Okay? Get your life in order. How about that?
We ready for the next case. Next case.
And with that, you guys, follow us on Instagram, Raina_Tees. Okay.
Yes.
Follow us on the IG.
Yes. And we read your comments. Yes, we read your suggestions and things. Let us know.
Absolutely.
What other show? We had another show that we were going to suggest that we were going to do. I had spoke to you about it today. We'll come back. We'll be back with our next show talking to you guys. Did you still want to touch in on the working with the spirits though?
Oh, working with
that timing that it takes.
Oh well, child, see, I would give it on the same time. I would give the same time. Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a hefty amount of time. 6 months. Yeah. It'll be similar. And
I also want to do a show on working with spirits, because I think too, people walk into a lot of situations with thinking that, because it's a spirit and it's an incorporeal form or being, that there is just this sort of supremacy and they're going to always do right. No, honey, it's just like when you're working with these spirits sometimes, and we'll go more in detail with another video. When you work with these spirits sometimes, it's like going to the corner and buying weed from the weed man on the corner. He may take your money and run, and you don't see him. He may come back and stiff you.
That is
you don't buy a dime bag, and he give you a nickel. They don't even do dimes and nickels no more. But you know. You come back, you don't give this person your money, or you didn't give this person your energy, you made offerings and things like that, but you've given the spirit all that, and they still hijack you. So that's also, we're going to make a video on that. I think that's going to be our next video. You know, how not to get plagued by spirits, honey.
Yes.
That's a thing. That's a thing out there.
Yeah. So
with that, I think we're done.
We are. So goodbye, everybody. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Have a good night.